Hello everybody, I'm Megan and this is my channel Skipping Stitches. It's really lovely to have you all here today. Welcome, and if you're new here, an extra special welcome to you as well. This channel is for all things sewing and dressmaking, and it's great to have you here. So if you enjoy my content, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and of course, if you'd like to subscribe, that would be fantastic. So let's get started. Today I'm going to talk to you just in general, a bit of sewing chat about what I've been up to this week, and I thought I'd give you a little update on how my second capsule wardrobe is coming along. First of all, I'll tell you what I'm wearing today. This is quite an old make. It is the Liesl & Co Geneva blouse in this very pretty Chica Cheetah viscose, button down the front, v-neck, and we've got this sort of lantern sleeve going on. It's quite hard to see in this print, but it's got a cute little lantern sleeve. Oh, I'm a bit out of breath. It's a little bit tight around the arm here, so might be one that needs altering at some point, but to be honest, I've had this for a couple of years now and wear it to work a lot, and I manage. So that's the Liesl & Co Geneva blouse, and I'm wearing it with some Stylark Barry trousers in linen today as well, which I will talk more about in a bit as well. So has anyone been watching the Sewing Bee this week? It started up again and I was really excited, that's for sure. I love the Sewing Bee. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but I still really enjoy the challenges and watching how people grow and learn as they go along. So yeah, I particularly loved the, what was it called? The made to measure, when they were doing the pleats. Pleats are just quite complicated sometimes, aren't they? And the things they made, no spoilers, but they were really clever. I mean, there's some really talented competitors this year. So I'm enjoying it. What are your thoughts? So hopefully you're enjoying it too. And as the weeks go on, we can have a little bit of chat about how things are going. No favourites yet, too early to say. They all look like they've got some amazing talents, so who knows really. It's exciting though. So what have I been up to in my sewing space? So this week it's been busy in terms of life and work and other commitments, but I've made some good progress. So I'll share a couple of things that I've been up to. First thing is a very quick and easy one. I have had a pair of trousers in my wardrobe for a while that were too long for me and they were just annoying me. And so I decided, probably because of the heat wave, that I wanted to cut them into shorts. So that is exactly what I did. And I changed my long wide leg trousers into a pair of nice comfy flippy shorts. These are the Saguaro pants, surprise, and they're made in a viscose linen that I bought years ago. And I loved wearing them, but the length was wrong on me. And yeah, they needed a chop. And I've got to say, I've worn these loads this week. I've been wearing them pretty much every day, not to work, but around the house and walking the dog. So that was a good call, and I'm so glad I did that. They're quite short, maybe a bit shorter than I'd normally go for. I might have miscalculated which length to fit them at, but that's okay. Still love wearing them. It just goes to show really that it's worth keeping hold of stuff that you're not wearing that much anymore and thinking about how we can repurpose them. Better for our wallet, better for the environment, and it's always lovely to get an item back in circulation again. It gives me great satisfaction to do that. I know during Me Made May I did a little bit of that as well actually, and it was great to, like things like this, like tops that were a bit tight, just adjusting them, dresses that were too long, shortening them, and it is really satisfying. And most of the time, it doesn't take as long as we think it's going to take. It's not as onerous. So worth maybe going through the wardrobe and doing that occasionally, isn't it? And just reevaluating what needs fixing, what needs changing, and seeing what we can come up with. So that was the first quick and easy job that I had this week, and I'm really pleased that I did it. Another thing that I've been up to, I actually didn't make them this week, but a pattern launched this week that I had been working on, so I'll share what that is. I'm going to show you some knickers. I was lucky enough to be able to pattern test for Tammy Jahal, and she recently launched the Lila panties. Sorry, American viewers, I really don't like the word panties. I prefer knickers, pants, undies. So you won't hear me referring to them as panties again. So anyway, I got to pattern test these and I'm really thrilled that I did. Tammy makes great patterns that are really beginner friendly, and her instructions are brilliant. I think there's also a video sew along as well, so you can't go wrong. If you've never made underwear before, I would definitely recommend you give them a go and definitely recommend this pattern. I think I made 5 pairs during the test period, and by the end of it, it was taking me less than an hour per pair. It's a great way to use up jersey remnants. I have used some viscose jersey left over from a dress, and I've used some cotton jersey that I had left over from some, I think they were leggings. I also used a bamboo jersey that was from a previous knicker kit that I got years ago. I remember making the Tilly and the Button knickers, and they were fine, but they're just a bit chunky and not as refined as these, in my opinion. So, I'd recommend them. So, look, this is them. This is the not low rise, the mid rise. They sort of sit just below your belly button, sort of bikini knicker style, I would say. If you're used to M&S bikini knickers, they're pretty close. Really nice, good fit, enough coverage, but not too much coverage, and not like right up here. There is a high-rise version if that's your thing, though. I know some people like to have their belly covered, so there is a high-rise version, and also Tammy talks you through how to adapt them. So you can change them to whatever you want. You could change them to a thong, you could change them to full coverage, cheeky coverage. She shows you how to grade between sizes, so it's very comprehensive. I did grade. I was somewhere between a size 8 and a size 10, so I actually just made a 9. I went along the middle. I think I probably could have got away with the 8, to be fair, but I'd rather have them a little bit loose than a bit big. So they're fab. I love them, and I've already been wearing them loads. Super comfy. They're not like sexy lingerie, but they're very pretty. And if you wanted to make them a bit more glamorous, there's some great companies out there that do pretty lace and something a little bit more special than your leftover jersey scraps. So you could get some fancy lace and things like that. You could go wild, let your imagination run wild, really. So that's the Tammy Johau Lila knickers, panties pattern. And I think she's got 20% off all her patterns at the minute. So if you are interested, now's a really good time to go and take a look. So they've been a really fun make, and I really enjoyed them, and we'll definitely be making more of those. So there's more. I have actually been really busy. This is why I'm tired today. So in my last vlog, I showed you a top that I'd made out of some beautiful embroidered cotton. It was the matchy champagne field top, which I loved. And I didn't sort of intentionally think I was going to make another one this quickly, but I have, because I had some fabric in my stash that I got from Fabric Godmother. I think it was last spring, so it's been like a year and a half at least. I loved the print as soon as it was released, but I thought I'd ordered 2 meters of it. I was going to make a dress, but I didn't. I think I only ordered a meter. So it sat in my stash with me not knowing quite what to make until I made the champagne field top. And then I just thought, hang on a minute, match made in heaven. So here we have it. So it's loose, boxy, flowy. I elasticated the sleeves this time, so it's got a nice chunky elastic cuff there. Quite a generous scoop there. It's really cute. I'll pop a picture up of me wearing it because I love it. I've already had it on a lot, and I think it would be great for work, for wearing with jeans, for wearing for all sorts, really. It's really cute. And I know a couple of you mentioned last time that you'd gone on to buy this pattern. I hope you love it as much as I do. I just think it's a really versatile, everyday pattern. And this is so completely different to the one I showed you last week. So I think depending on your fabric choice, it's going to look completely different. And depending on the sleeves that you use, like I said, I've cuffed this one, well, elastic cuff. The last one was loose. You could do the frill sleeve, all sorts. So you can make it your own, make it into whatever you want it to be. So I've loved making that. That's been great. And then I guess the next thing I've been working on is my capsule wardrobe, which I touched on before. I previously made a capsule wardrobe, all in kind of shades of pinks and berries and creams. And I wanted to kind of try and continue in that vein because I found it so helpful having a wardrobe of me-made items that all work together. And I decided to try and do it in kind of cobalt blues and whites this time, which are lovely summer vibrant colours. And so yeah, let me show you. Basically the fabric I ordered took ages to arrive because it went out of stock. So I'm a little bit behind in a sense, but we're getting there. So the bottoms I've made is another pair of Style Arc Barries. This pattern's been around for ages, and I've got to admit that I never liked it at all. I hated the shape and the style of it until the barrel leg trends came back round, and I decided to give them a go. And now I think I've made 4 pairs because they are so quick and easy, so comfortable, and actually I think they're really flattering. I'll pop a picture up of me wearing one of my pairs so you can get an idea. They're not as wide as the Barry, which is, no, not as wide as the Bob, which is the one most people know. They're more fitted and tapered. Again, it's an elasticated waist. I'm 50, I get bloated. I like elasticated waists. This one's got a cute little frill at the top. I don't know if you can see. So it's got a little frill edge, which I think is nice. Just some simple pockets that are top stitched down, tapered leg, and then at the hem, it's got like a dart. I don't know if you can see, it's got a dart that pulls it in at the ankle, which gives it that nice shape. So it's only a subtle barrel leg, and I love them. I wear mine literally most weeks. I've got a pair of Barrys on. My last two pairs were made in Rami linen. These ones are 100% linen. The linen is from Guthrie and Garney. Just on a side note, I am an ambassador for Guthrie and Garney. None of the fabric I'm talking about today was gifted to me. It was all fabric that I chose myself and paid for with my own money. So I'm not here trying to, sell you a brand. It's literally all my own opinion. So yeah, so that's my Barry trousers, which I love. And then I made these even cuter apron pocket pants into shorts. So this is another matchy pattern. They're quite loose fitting, although I did size down on these, so they're not as loose fitting on me. And they've got these amazing oversized pockets on the front. I don't know if you can see. Can you see it's got that frill all the way around the pocket, hence the name apron pocket. Again, when this was first launched, I was like, oh, I don't know about that. It's a bit extra. But I made a pair in kind of like a beige linen and really liked them. And so I decided to give the shorts a go as part of my set, and I love them. They're really cute. And I think because these are in a plain fabric, it kind of, I don't know, it makes that frill not quite so stand out and in your face. It's a little bit more subtle. And it works so nicely with like a little plain white tank top. This is my Anna Allen Demeter top, which I talked to you about in my first vlog, made in a crinkle vintage cotton, I think it's called, rather than a crinkle. It's got like a crinkle texture. It looks like it hasn't been ironed, but it's just the way it is. But anyway, look, the blue and white together, it's perfect, isn't it? So that's part of the set that's coming, part of my capsule wardrobe. When it's complete, I will do a video to pop on my Instagram, and I will also do a vlog to try and show you some more. I can't really show you pictures yet because it's not complete. Oh, I've got an itch today, sorry. Right, now the next thing that's going to hopefully tie all of this together is this fabric. It's a viscose linen, also from Guthrie and Garney, and it's part of their Goddess Power range, and it's a mixture of the two colours. So we've got the cobalt blue and the white. It's got a lovely amount of drape to it, and I was kind of unsure what to make with this. I was going to originally do the shorts in it, and then I decided to go the other way around, plain shorts and pattern top. And after asking a few of my lovely sewing friends, thank you if you're watching, we decided that it would work well as like a camisole top. I think I've got the pattern, yeah. So it's the Maison Fauve Belle Epine top. Belle Epine. It's really cute. It's kind of Alden cami-ish, but it's got a peplum. It's got sort of a little gathered bit there. It's got quite a nice detail across the bust actually. And the sleeves are tie top. So that's the line drawings. I don't know if you can see. If I put it too close to the camera, it goes blurry. But again, I'll try and link it in for you to have a look at. So I'm going to try and make that from this. And if I am super careful with cutting out, I might have enough left to do maybe a cropped Ogden or like an Ashton top or something like that as well to tie in with this little lot. So I think it's all going to tie in really nicely. So they just look beautiful. I love that. I love those colours together. They're just so fresh and summery and lovely, and I can't wait. So I just need a bit of sewing time really. So I have got some family coming to stay next week, and that may mean that I don't have as much sewing time on my hands, and that's okay. That's how life goes. But yeah, bear with me. I might not be able to put some vlogs out as quickly or as much as I have been. But yeah, I'll try and keep you posted. Everything I've talked to you about today, I'm going to try and link in the description. I know I've forgotten to do that previously. I'm learning. YouTube is a minefield. And I'm going to try and leave up all my pictures a little bit longer because a few people commented they didn't see them. I did put pictures up on my last vlog, but I think they were just flicking through so fast that maybe you were missing them. So I'll try and get them to stay up longer. Video editing is clearly an art form I've not yet learned, but I'm working on it. Bear with me and I will keep doing what I can do. So I hope that's been interesting. I hope you're enjoying coming along on my journey with me. If you're enjoying my content, keep following, keep watching. It really is fabulous to have you here and to know that you're enjoying listening to me waffle on about sewing. I love listening to other people talk about sewing too. It's just such a fabulous community to be part of. And I always like learning and hearing new things from you all. So yeah, keep chatting to me and hopefully I will see you next time.